the people that are watching this, hello? Babe? Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Rewind Releases. My name is Will, aka Mr. Bundle Pack himself, and today I actually want to talk about two shows that I think are actually amazing. Specifically, we'll actually be talking about Superman, Lois, and the Adventures of Superman. And the reason why I kind of came to this conclusion of wanting to talk about these shows is because I was watching a YouTube channel, Troy Oboyo17, who was talking about the Adventures of Superman. It's an animated Superman show with like an anime twist to it, and personally, I'm not a huge fan of anime. I like Dragon Ball Z growing up. It wasn't just my cup of tea. I've never really watched Attack on Titans, Naruto. Like, I've had friends that have watch parties for Naruto, and they've shed tears for this show, and that's great.
I've contained my rage for as long as possible, but I shall unleash my fury upon you like the crashing of 1,000 waves!
We know we're getting a new Superman movie next year with James Gunn. Dark, brooding, depressed Superman just didn't work for a lot of people, and personally it didn't work for me. I love Man of Steel. It has its problems, it has its faults, I know that, but I will say these two shows was kind of like refreshing. For me personally, my opinion is you gotta have Superman not be a baby back bitch. What I liked about this show is, yes, it's very spunky, and I love the voice acting of Jack Quaid. Like, an actor I never thought I could see playing a Superman. Superman overall is to be a beacon of hope, to be that Boy Scout, to do better, to be better. The way they did this show was perfect. Like, I guess the studio wasn't allowing them to use Lex Luthor. The way they went around it was they would call him Alex, or if he would try to say his whole name, he'd get cut off. I felt like it was such a smart way to go about using a character that they weren't allowed to use, but still have him in that universe. I will say a little nitpick about this show as well is a lot of the characters they did bring in, like Deathstroke and stuff like that, everybody had like this mech armor, mech suit. It felt like it didn't have individuality. Like I said, it has that anime twist to it. It just kind of felt like they just all blended because of just like the style of like their suits. Again, ever since Man of Steel, now it's more of mech suits. The anime type look to it worked well for the Kryptonians. I thought that was amazing. The ships and everything. I mean, it definitely has like that Halo kind of look. Especially the intro. Like, it has that Dragon Ball Z kind of intro. Like, kind of felt like a carbon copy at some points. Like, even at the end, the main part of the intro, you see like the main core 3 characters just kind of like power up like they're going Super Saiyan. It was, again, it's a style choice. It's not making me go, this is dumb. It definitely opened my eyes a little bit more to how anime really is different from like all those other different animated shows where it's just like, you know, picking apart this is just, it's silly, but again, for me, it's something that kind of was a little distracting at times. Really kind of took me out of my element in the Superman character, and then have this twist on it with this different type of animation style, and I think you really get something that's really refreshing and really enjoyable to watch. With the show Superman and Lois that I will get into in a little bit, they do a lot of superhero landings. He doesn't need to do that anytime he lands. The things that I loved about these shows was, you know, the heart and the story, and it's not all about the action. The action definitely enhances it, but one of the things that I saw in this show that I thought was just incredible. So there's a scene where Superman knocks out these two guards, and all he does is on their heads, and they knock out, and I was just like, that is so cool. It just showed his strength and how him just doing that little tap can knock a human being out. Now, mind you, they probably are brain damaged and probably never will, you know, be able to speak correctly. For something that small, for that little section of that scene, I was just like, that was so ingenious. And a lot of his abilities in this show, they create new, and I don't know if this is a comic thing, maybe it is. I haven't read every single comic. I apologize, internet, but he gains like 6 new powers. He has his X-ray vision, he has his heat vision, he has flying, super speed, all that. But then all of a sudden, he starts getting electricity powers, and then like a bubble. It was like a force field he could put around people. Just feel like you don't need to keep adding. He's already an invincible god, because I just felt like it was too much. You don't need that. Relax, tone it down. Other thing that I think really worked well is the chemistry with Lois. Again, this is animation, so obviously you can definitely pull that off a little bit easier. The Christopher Reeves movies was the first to ever do it well, and then you get Superman Returns, and that was I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. And then you got Kevin Spacey in that movie too, so that kind of put the little damper on it. I did like his Lex Luthor, but one thing I want superhero movies and shows to do is stop giving us an origin story. Stop doing that. Unless it's a character we have not seen before, it's unnecessary. The people that you are targeting to watch these movies and TV shows are fans of the source material. He was brought from Krypton, and he landed in a fucking cornfield, and then 2 old found him in a ship, and then he grew up. We don't need that anymore. Stop. Please. Honestly, I think this is one show that I'm really enjoying so far. Really fun to watch and engaging. I was very apprehensive to watch this show only because I've tried watching CW shows. I've tried watching The Flash. I watched Arrow for a while, and I really liked how Arrow started. But past problems I had with the CW, I started hearing good things about this show. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll give it a shot and see how it goes. I love this show. It's like kind of like Smallville, just a little bit better CGI and very character centered. And I don't mind that. I enjoy character-based shows. I like that build to understand what the character's motive is and what they're trying to achieve in this show. Now we're at a point where shows have already caught up to the quality of what movies are now. And I definitely appreciate the fact that they really put in the effort and played this show straight. It works for what it is. I don't know. Whatever. Fuck. I don't know. Like, I keep saying the word refreshing, but it is. These 2 shows are very refreshing because at the end of the day, I want to see something new with this character that I love so much. Now, the only thing is about Superman and Lois is that if I were to pick Superman for a TV show, the guy from Teen Wolf was definitely not even on my top 10 choices. But before you start commenting, hold on, fingers off the keyboard. Take them off. There's one scene in season 1 that made me go, all right, he's Superman. Okay. Scene where he is shot with kryptonite bullets from the SWAT team. He rips it out of his chest, he throws it, blows it up, he's angry, his eyes are glowing, and he super speeds up to the guy that shot him, and he's like, stand down. I was like, damn. Any CW show before Superman and Lois and put them side by side, you can tell a big difference on how much of the quality has changed for shows. Now, mind you, there's 3 seasons. I've only started season 2 of this show, of Superman and Lois. It can obviously dip a little bit, you know? It could definitely go into Shittsville, Shittown, Shitty McShit. And it's happened before where I've watched shows and it just, by season 3, season 4, you're just like, I'm fucking out. I'm done, you know? It is a character-based show. It's not very action-packed. That's the one thing that I think really saves them on money, but also it really is more impactful when there is action. The other thing too is about like Steel. I thought it was Master Chief when I first saw like he comes on the screen. I'm like, fuck, I didn't know Halo was involved in this. That's pretty cool. Awesome. The Superman suit in Superman and Lois, I really do like. It has a brighter look to it. It kind of looks a little bit like the Superman Returns suit. I mean, I want to give so much praise to this show only because it really shows that they're putting more time, money, and effort into these shows that we truly love and care about. The fact that it's on TV and on the CW, mind you, it gives me a little bit of hope that this movie that James Gunn is, because I have total faith in James Gunn. If you watch any movie he's ever done with the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, even the Suicide Squad, little bits of moments really truly show heart and love and connection. And having James Gunn at the helm of DCU or DCEU, whatever they're fucking calling it now, I think is really an improvement. Or the biggest thing I keep thinking about is now Marvel's trying to get back on top, but now you have James Gunn, who has been inside Marvel, who knows the secrets of Marvel, how they operate, how they do things. Now he is a boss of your competitor, and maybe he'll have a plan to get DC on top. I mean, you can say Wonder Woman and Aquaman, made the studio money. Marvel has been the reigning champ for the last 10 plus years. Nobody is seeing DC as this underdog that will probably come in and fucking swoop the rug out of Marvel. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I truly believe that with these two shows showing that you are able to write good, heartfelt, connecting television, you can make a really heartfelt Superman movie, and James Gunn is the one to do it. Superman and Lois, the overall story of this is family.
Family, family, family.
It is Superman trying to juggle his life of being a father and a husband while dealing with his two sons that he has brought onto the Kent farm, and finding out one of his kids has superpowers as well. I love that dynamic of trying to juggle that and the struggle of him trying to do the right thing, but also be a father and be there and be loving and caring, and also trying to make sure that they're safe. That's such a great direction to go in. That immediately hooked me. Immediately, I was like, that's awesome. Like, having that family dynamic, because we've never seen that. We've never seen Superman in a live action actually have his family, except for Superman Returns, but that was a little weird. I didn't like that one. That was kind of like weird. We were just being all creepy. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
I did not personally like the Lois Lane casting choice. Nothing against her. She does it very well. Watching her, it just...
Miserable coward.
I don't know what it is. I don't see her as Lois Lane. She does a very good job. And I'm not saying she's bad, but I just feel like they could have gone with somebody else. I don't know. It just... So my overall thoughts on like these two shows, I think they're amazing. I think they're great. These are shows you should definitely check out for sure. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. And also very soon we'll be selling some shirts with Mr. Bundle Pack himself. Please let me know if you guys are interested. I would love to get some out to you, and it really does help the channel out. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a great week, and thank you for watching this video.